actually, I'm going to just sit here and I'll move. Get some lotion on. How y'all doing? Good. I'm gonna wait for some people to come on. Turn the phone on silent. So I just left a listing appointment. And I can tell y'all that there was nobody else being interviewed. So, one, I want to tell you guys who are younger than me, a little bit older than me, so I'm knocking on 40. We have to do a better job of, well, setting the bar for the people to come behind us. So any which way, I just leave a listing appointment. Elderly lady, probably in her 80s. She did a reverse mortgage 10 years ago. She's capped out on her equity, so she's not getting any more money. So there was a time for 10 years she was making $576 a month. A reverse mortgage is exactly what it says. So when you get a mortgage, you buy a house, you pay the bank. Every month you pay the bank. You pay the bank every month. January, February, March till you pay off the loan. The reverse is totally opposite. So a reverse mortgage, one, goes to a senior citizen. Why? Because they're closer to the age of death. And the bank is banking on you having equity at that time. So they can now take the house back, sell it. You know, there's some other details in there, but that's not really the focus. The focus is that the reverse mortgage allows you to be paid every month. But there's a cap in that. And she's still here, thankfully, right? And so every month for the last 10 years, she's been making over $500. The bank has been giving her money every month. The only thing that she needs to take care of is her insurance and her taxes. However, when they originate that loan, they look at what the market value is and what they're capping you out at. So let's just say that gap is $50,000. That's the amount of money that they're paying out every month. Well, that is done. She's not getting any more of that. And so now I go over there, we go to list the house, and I'm thinking, man, if this was my mom, what would I do? So I immediately, and you might disagree with this and say this is just business. I don't. Okay? And so I take off my real estate hat for a second and say, well, if this was my mom or grandmother, what would I do? I would tell her to stay in her house. She's been in the house for 50 years. Somebody guess how? First of all, she lives in Miami Gardens. Second of all, she's lived here for 50 years. Her taxes are less than $1,000 a year. Tell me somebody who has taxes less than $1,000 a year. Come on, tell me. Y'all tell me how many people on here are homeowners who have taxes that are less than $1,000 a year in Miami Gardens. So if she moves, there's a possibility, a huge possibility, that her taxes are going to go up. Even if she has portability, which she does. So I got to think about that. Because she thinks in her mind that if she moves, that her payments are going to be lower. So I start doing the calculations. Right now, she has forced place insurance. It's $2,900 a month. If she had just gotten regular insurance, which we're going to help her do, she'll probably be below $2,000. She's got let's just estimate $1,000 for taxes. We're now at $3,000. Well, let's use what she has. $2,900 for insurance, which is increased because it's forced place by the bank. $1,000 in taxes. That's $3,900 divided by 12 months. Because your taxes and insurance is paid over a 12-month period. She's looking at less than $400 a month. Where's she going to live for $400 a month? I'm confused. Where is she going to live? So if I sell her house, she's not going to make a ton of equity. She's lived in the house for 50 years. Ain't nothing upgraded in there, okay? If it was 20 years ago, and that's still in the same boat. So we're not going to be able to maximize in dollar amount, because the house is really over improved. So the house could be worth a little over $300. Well, if she owed $250, She got to pay. The only person that's going to make good out of that deal is the realtor. And I tell her right off top, if I sell your house, 6-7%, you're looking at $18,000 I'm going to make. You're going to probably cash out $30,000. Where can we, if she doesn't have enough money to go and buy somewhere like a condo, a small 1-bedroom, and even if she did, consider she still got to pay the condo fees. Have y'all seen condo fees in Century 21 and all these places? Then she talked about renting a property potentially for $800 a month. Well, when you do the calculations, she's paying only less than $400 a month now. So if you're not affording the $400, I'm not going to make you believe that you're going to afford $800 in rent. Because you're talking about water, light, the necessities, right? Groceries, the things that we a lot of times don't think about. Health care bill. So we know what her fixed income is. It's like $1,200 a month. We know that she can afford this. She just needs a little guidance. She just needs a little guidance. It's my little note paper I just wrote before I got on here because I didn't want to take all the notes out of my bag. So my listing presentation turned into a moment of, wait, let's really figure out these numbers here and make sure they make sense. So instead of listing the house right now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go and see what her portability savings. If y'all know what portability is, call me before it's time for you to sell your house. Because if you don't know what that is, you need to be educated on that. So I need to be able to take her portability, port it to another property, and see where her tax savings are going to be. So that's an important piece if she decides to sell her house. Make sure if she sells her house, she has enough money to go and buy something cash, because she already can't afford the taxes and insurance. She's not budgeting right? She's just a simple budget. She's not doing that right. So we'll try to correct that over time. So if I put her in a situation where she's a mortgage, we're back at square one. So I got to make sure when I do sell the house, if we sell the house, if that's what is the best situation, that she has enough money to cash out to buy something cash. So we're going to work this deal a little bit backwards. We're going to go look for her something, determine if her portability is enough to carry over to where she's got still less than at least $1,500 in taxes. And then we got to calculate what her condo association fees are going to be. Right? But those usually cover your cable, your water, your insurance. So all that will cover, her expenses. Now that makes sense. She's spending less than $500 a month. That makes sense. But I'm not going to go in here and list this lady house and make $18,000. And then I don't know what she's going to do. Come on, y'all. We got to do better. We have to do better. And then we also have to help them. We have to be in a position. Every generation should be doing this better. And if we're not doing this better, then we are failing ourselves and we are failing our community. I just keep it 100. If we do not improve on where we are as a people today, then we are going to continue to backpedal. This lady house should be paid off. 50 years? 50 years? It should be paid off 2 times. You only can get a 30-year mortgage. So what have we been doing? All this refinancing to pay debt off? No, we don't do that. We make some behavior modifications with our finances. All right, so that we're not in these types of situations. So realtors out there, this is 18 years of wisdom here. You go into a listing appointment and you know something don't sound right. And maybe we just need to do a little bit more. Maybe the next agent will come. I know she's not going to sign with them because they're not going to treat her like I'm a treater. I'm going to make the money. I'm not worried about making money. I may not make it off this deal, but I have an elderly woman who could potentially. Here's another thing. There are programs in the city of Miami Gardens. You have the SHIP program that allows homeowners like her to get home improvements. She might need a roof done. She may need impact windows, or they have programs. But if you do not know this information, you're going to be like the lady. I'm giving up. I'm selling. The house is nice. I said, now, if it's a health issue and she can't be here alone, maybe she's ill or... No. That's not the issue. I can stay in my own house. In fact, when I move, I don't want to move with nobody. She's got her right mind. She knows what she's talking about. They're relying on us to guide them. If you look at my resume, I have on there real estate therapist. And you know, I used to think it was comical, but it's really, really important. You can't go over here and just be thinking about how much money you're going to get in your pocket. Had another conversation this morning. You know, I have a buyer. I'm getting both sides of the commission. Thank God. It's about $25,000 worth of commissions. But the numbers are not adding up on the investment. We've been in contract for a long time. Bank had to work out it was the REO. The bank had to work out some kinks. But now when we really start pushing, I'm not going to push him to close. Because I have a level of responsibility as a professional. I need to be able to guide him and say, if we buy it this, put this in, you got to factor in the real estate commissions on the flip side. You're going to spend $400,000 to make $50,000? That don't make sense. That's too much money. That's too much capital to make $50,000. When you can go over here and buy for $130,000, put $25,000 in, and then resell it $270,000. So the investment on the front end is a lot different. Do y'all understand what I'm trying? I'm trying to give you the nuggets. And it's free. It's free. These are free nuggets. So if you have an elderly person out there, your mom, grandmother, y'all help them out. Help. You mean to tell me, forget about all that. Y'all should be able to come together and come up with the little tax money of $1,000. Like, that's ridiculous. Y'all got to do better. Every generation should be better. If every generation is not better as time goes along, we in a world of trouble. We're in a world of trouble. So today, wherever you are in your life, you know, really think about that. Let me figure out how I'm spending my money. And this is not saying that you're obligated to take care of your parents, but baby, when you have the ability and you know your parents took good care of you, it makes you feel some kind of way. You're proud. You're proud. We can't have our people in these situations. And you know what? It's not, well, they should have did this. Every generation should be getting better. So we appreciate what they have instilled in us. They give us, you know, people say, well, my mom didn't do this and my dad, they knew. You know what I said about my mom? She did the best she knew how to do. She did the best that she knew how to do. I don't condemn her for the things that she didn't do. She didn't know. Every generation should be better. Come on, y'all. Come on. Every generation should be better. I shouldn't even be going to this lady house talking about selling it. What's the lady with the meme who do her hair like that? That's my meme for the day. What? Come on, we got to do better. It's time to empower each other. Y'all stop keeping that information to yourselves. I'm going to tell you something. Realtors, if you're out there, if you call me, anybody that's logged in right now looking at me, you know if you call me and you ask me for any advice, I'm going to probably sit on the phone with you for 30 minutes. Come on, we have to share the information. It's enough real estate out here for everyone. And when you start to think that, it will manifest. I'm telling you. All right? And so I hope that I was able to help somebody today. But I got to start driving. Today is Thursday. Y'all have a great Thursday. And y'all start, improving each generation. So my generation should be way further than my parents' generation. Right? And you don't always learn the principles for them. That's why you go to school. Right? You choose your friends. If you can go to college is not just about the education. It's about the relationships, the experience, the knowledge you're going to get outside of the classroom, because people come from all different walks. I went to the University of Florida, and let me tell you something. I'm grateful. I would have loved to go to a HBCU. But when somebody's saying they're giving you a full scholarship, you go where the money at. Okay? You go where the money at. And let me tell you something. There were a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. So I got to learn and engage from those people that I wouldn't normally engage with in my own community at the time, which was Carroll City. So you can't just look at, oh, I don't want to go to college. I don't want to do that. It's not about that. Always. And I'm going to tell you, I had fun in college. I learned in the books and I learned socially. I learned financially. I remember picking up the phone, calling Tina and asking her for $50. Honey, I was never going on that payphone to ask her for $50 ever again. It was a lecture from here to there, okay? I got my money behavior right. It was a lesson in that. All right? And so y'all do good. Y'all do great. Every generation has to get better. We can't be 50 years down the line and we still living 50 years ago. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna stop fussing. You know, sometimes these things turn into you get real compassionate. But any which way, I gotta start driving. So good morning, Mr. Samuel. All right, so I gotta start driving. So I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully I don't have to talk to y'all later, because I only come on here when I have to fuss a little bit. But hope you guys were empowered. Talk to y'all later.